Okay? That's what's going to happen to them. Yeah, read what you got, brother.
So Psalms 82 and 5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
Right, all the foundations of the earth is out of course. Even the last Sabbath is not being done. Okay? Everything that you can think about, every sin or every law that's in the Bible, this system breaks. This society or this empire breaks. Okay, like for example, the one that we just read in Leviticus 20, what is it? 21? Right, 20 and 11. Right, something like that. That law is broken. Okay, we talk about mixing seeds together, mixing your food together. Right, 20 and 13. Right? That law is being broken. Okay? And even the clothes that we have to wear is mixed with different fabrics. Against the law. Same women above the belt. Same women to rule over these households, which these households are the reason why they're disturbed. So that's also going against the law. So every aspect of this kingdom is all based on sin. It's all based on transgressing the laws. And this is why this kingdom is going to be wholly destroyed. Okay? That's why it's inevitable and it's definitive that we are going to enter into a nuclear war. And guess what? We're not going to die, we're going to survive. Give me that in Mark 9 and 1. Somebody.
John chapter 8 verse 44. Ye of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do.
Right, and the lust of your father you will do. And that's talking about the 2/3 of our own people. They want to rally around this world and deal with these people in the world. They're of the devil, man. Okay? It's just that, it's simply put. There's no gray area. There's no loophole where you can find it. No. Most sides not dealing with that. All right? If you're not down with this program here, then you might as well just call it a day, man. Call yourself a child of the devil. Yeah? I'm just calling it straight. Go on, bro. What you got? Mark 9.
Mark 9 and 1. And he said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that there be some of them that stand here, which shall not taste of death,
Right.
till they have seen the kingdom of the Most High come with power.
Right, so you're going to have some that shall not taste of death until you see the Most High come in His glory. And the reason why I didn't want to answer that damn idiot, because I could tell by his spirit he was nothing but a goddamn fool, man. Okay? That's what he was. He was a stuff and a damn fool.
Yeah.
There's one thing about me, I know how to read people very well, man. And most likely, a lot of the times I'm right. That's why I shut his ass down. He had to get to walking down the street. Okay? Anyway, brother, what you got?
So verse 2. And after 6 days, Yahushua taketh with him Peter and James and John, and leadeth them up into an high mountain, apart by themselves, and he was transfigured before them, and his raiment became shining, exceeding white as snow, so as no fuller on earth can white them. And there appeared unto them Elias with Moses, and they were talking with Yahushua. And Peter answered and said unto Yahushua, Master, it is good for us to be here, and let us make 3 tabernacles, one for thee, one for Moses, and one for Elias.
Right, because they were the greatest prophets, and that's why them two were transfigured. Okay, their faces were together. Okay, go on.
Verse 6. For his wist not what to say, for they were sore afraid. And there was a cloud that overshadowed them, and a voice came out of the cloud, saying, This is my beloved Son, hear him. And suddenly, when they had looked round about, they saw no man any more, save Yahushua only with themselves.
Yep.
And as they came down from the mountain, he charged them that should tell no man. He charged them that they should tell no man what things they had seen, till the Son of Man were risen from the dead. And they kept that saying with themselves, questioning one with another, what the rising from the dead should be. And they asked him, saying, why say the scribes that Elias must first come? And he said and told us, and he answered and told them, Elias verily cometh first, and restoreth all things.
Right, and Elias came in first to restore all things. You know what the Malachi 4. Until you hold that, Malachi 4. The reason why he said that, that's in the book of Acts, right? Oh, Mark. The reason why Mark wrote that down, because Mark was reading Malachi the 4th chapter. Let him walk past. It's just a demon anymore. It doesn't exist. Go on, brother. But you brothers gotta understand, these are nothing but spirits out here. Foul, decrepit demon spirits out here. That's all they are. And they want you to mess with them so that they can get you in trouble. Give me that, bro. Yeah.
Malachi chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I will send you Elijah, the prophet, before the coming of the great and dreadful day of Yahweh.
Right.
And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse.
And we're going to read that again.
This is Mark 9 and 12. And he answered and told them, Elias verily cometh first, and restoreth all things. And how is it written of the Son of Man, that he must suffer many things, and be set at naught? Verse 13. But I say unto you, that Elias is indeed come, and they have done unto him whatsoever they listed, as it is written of them. And when he came to his disciples, he saw a great multitude about them, and the scribes questioning with them. And straightway all the people, when they beheld him, were greatly amazed.
I tell you what, brother, go up a verse where it talks about how he restored all things. Elias restored all things.
It's Mark 9 and 12. And he answered and said, and he answered and told them, Elias verily cometh first, and restoreth all things.
Right, and Elias came first and restored all things. So Elias, or Elijah the prophet, was a very important key figure that had to come down to do that job. So it's Malachi the 4th chapter. Right, and the restoration was going to come by the hearing of the word. Okay, and as we believe Abba Bivens, he was the guy that came back to restore all things. He was the Elijah the prophet. Now, if you don't believe that, then that's on you. If you think we're crazy, that's on you. The Most High is not dealing with you through the Spirit. Okay, but that's what we believe, and it makes all the sense in the world anyway. Because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't know this truth.
Right.
So he would have to be that guy. It just makes sense. It makes too much sense. Okay, that's just how it goes down, man. If you don't.
And it says in verse 6, and he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers,
right,
lest I come and smite the earth with a curse.
Lest I come to smite the earth with a curse. Okay, so it's preordained that we would be resurrected and restored back to this world. That's why it talks about Elias came to restore all things. He came to bring the men back to the ancient men, to give them the wisdom of the ancient men in the scriptures, so we can preach this gospel today. Okay? And then for we shall enter into life. Come from death, which is this world. What did David say? I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I fear no evil, for thy rod and thy staff will comfort me. What is thy rod and thy staff that comforts him? The word that we got, which is the life thereof. Okay? So there's no other way to life rather than being in this truth. If you're in this world, you're going to be put to death.
That's right.
Now you may not be a sodomite, you may be just be a regular dude in the world, you're still going to be put to death. Why? Because you're not following the ways of life. There's only one way to life. And Christianity don't have a clue what the hell they're talking about. That's not no life. Alright? There's no life in these Christian churches. All you have is all kind of sorcery and witchcraft business going on. Adultery that's being committed in these churches as well. Women sleeping around the place inside these churches. Okay? And the Lord ain't dealing with those churches either. Give me that Acts 17, brother. Most High is not dealing with these churches, man. Most High is dealing with the church whom you see standing right here. And the word church is from the Greek word, which means ecclesia, which means to call out. So how are you calling out if you're preaching inside of the building? It makes no sense. Go on, bro. Take your time. 42.
Yeah, this is
It's probably 25. You let them get this.
Amos chapter 5 and 23. Take away from me the noise of your songs, for I will not hear the melody of your harps.
Right, yeah, the water, brother. So you got those churches and they sing these little songs and people are dancing around, and it's gotten to the point where you got women that have turned, or should I say these men that have turned these churches into actual clubs. Where you got a lot of booty shaking, stinking up the place, smelling like fish in the church. And that's what's going on today in these damn churches.
Where you going?
Okay? He's just a child. You know, so yeah, that's what you have in these churches, man. A lot of adultery, a lot of clubbism going on, and it's just a place to get away from reality. That's all it is. You don't go to church to learn. You go to church to act the damn fool, man. But when you come here, you're gonna learn something. You're gonna find out who your nationality is, and you're gonna realize why you're in the predicament you're in. Okay, you're going to realize who your enemy is, and you're going to understand that this world has nothing to do with anything in the scriptures.
Right.
Okay, that's what you're going to find out. And what you're also going to find out, if you're not right and you don't take heed, your eyes is going to be destroyed. That's another thing you'll find out. Okay, yeah, so who's reading?
I finished up with Amos 5:23.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, give me it says, it's actually, give me Acts 7 and 48. It says it in there too. Yeah, give me Acts 7 and 48.
It's Acts 7 and 48. Howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as saith the prophet.
Right, let's save the prophet. Now, if a prophet made that statement, you know it's a true statement, because a prophet is sent from the Most High, and the Holy Spirit, which is the wisdom of the Most High, comes onto that prophet. So whatever a prophet says, you got to take heed and listen to that. That's clear. So we know without a shred of doubt, based on that precept, that the churches ain't, the Most High ain't dealing with the churches. And that's why you have horrorism going on inside the churches in the first place. That's why nowadays a pedophile or homosexual can pretty much lead the church. Now you tell me if the Most High, is dealing with that church or not. Alright? What you would have to come to the conclusion with is, if you got common sense, you would have to come to the conclusion that the Most High is not dealing with these churches. Okay? And they don't know what the hell they're doing either. So now we're going to go back to Hebrews 4.
Hebrews 4 and 1. Let us therefore fear, lest the promise being left us of entering his rest, any of you should seem to come short of it.
Yeah.
For unto us was the gospel preached, as well.
Which verse is that?
Verse 2.
Verse 2, no, go back to where you left off at.
Okay.
You're using Hebrews 4, but you left off in there. I think it was in the 5th verse or something like that.
Oh, yeah, alright. Hebrews 4 and 5. So this. And in this place again, if they shall enter into my rest, seeing therefore it remaineth that some must enter therein, and thereto whom it was first preached, entered not in because of unbelief. Again, he limiteth a certain day, saying in David.
He was in verse 9. Remember, he was in verse 9. If we get verse 9 again, brother.
There remaineth therefore a rest to the people of the Most High.
Alright, so it says there shall it remain of a rest unto the people of the Most High. Okay, now we're gonna get another precept to connect with that. Get the Isaiah 60 now. And verse I think it's verse 18. Isaiah 60 verse 18. Let me see something.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 60 verse 18. Violence shall no more be heard in thy land.
Right, it says violence shall no more be heard in thy land. Go on.
Wasting nor destruction within thy borders.
Right, wasting and destruction within thy borders, like what's going down in there in Palestine. When you have those Palestinians, they just get destroyed by the Israeli army, military. So we know without a shred of doubt that they can't be the people of the world. Okay? When we get into that land, it talks about in the book of Isaiah, the 2nd chapter, that there shall not be no wars fought. Okay, I'm roughly paraphrasing. But a nation will not lift up, spear to fight one another. So war is going to be without. It's going to be a time of tranquility. Why? Because everything's going to be put right in its proper perspective. The reason why you have wars and you have all of this confusion, okay, because Esau is setting the tone of the earth, destroying the laws and everything that is supposed to be. Right? And this is why we're in a day in what is it, July the 6th, 2019, which is the day of fruitcakes.
That's right.
Okay? That's the day that we're in right now. It's an Esau. But like I said, it all goes back to the depopulation. Esau wants to depopulate the amount of pretty much human beings on the planet.
Right.
So let's just keep pushing this homosexual vibe so that most can get influenced by it and therefore depopulate. That's what it's all about. And this is why when you speak up against it, and when you talk about it, you're going to get arrested. Why is that? Because you're intervening to their agenda. What is the agenda here? To depopulate. Okay? They don't care about these people. They don't care. They don't have the interest to provide them with equal opportunity. They ain't got nothing to do with that. What it's got something to do with is the depopulation. Go on, brother, because like I said earlier before, if we have, let's just say 30% of the population was gay, guess what? The population will plummet severely. Okay? Think about it. That's exactly what they want. But you got these idiots that are getting involved into this program. All right? And like I also said earlier, the reason why they like this and they acting the way they acting is because a lot of them were victims of sexually being abused. That's the core reason. Now, I'm not saying that that's the entire reason. I can't say that. We find out it's most likely. This is why they've been transformed. Anyway, I'm done with that. I'm not going to go back into that. We're going to go back to the scriptures now. Go on.
Job 10, verse 20, verse 21. Before I go whence, I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death.
Even into the land of darkness and even also the shadow of death. So if you're in the truth and your mindset is in this faith, you're not going to go back into the world. Because guess what? Job was in the truth. That's why Job said what he said. We got to get, brother.
He said, before I go whence, I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death.
Now we live in the land of darkness, but spiritually we're not a part of this world. We're in a different world. We see a different way of things. Okay? And the world that we see is the incoming world, which is the kingdom of heaven. Because you can't have the kingdom of heaven in this kingdom. It's not going to work. The Most High never set up two kingdoms at one time. Okay? The Most High is not going to fuse evil with righteousness. That's not going to happen. When the kingdom is set up, it's going to be pure righteousness. Once this shit is taken out of the way, I'm talking about this empire, then we're going to start to see improvement. I'll show you, my brother. That's when we're going to start to see improvement. When we're in power, administering these laws, then we're going to see great improvement on the planet. Beginning with our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai. Alright? But as long as these Edomites remain in power, we're going to remain to see the destruction of this world. We're going to remain to see depression amongst the people. We're going to remain to see the sickness of the minds of these people. All right? Anyway, let's keep going.
Verse 22. A land of darkness, as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death.
And as also the shadow of death. What do you think David was talking about, brother? Give me what is it, Psalms 23? Psalms 23? What is it? David was prophesying of the estate of the world that he was going to be in, which David was in, David lived in this world before, but he passed on. That's why he said what he said. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Why would he not fear no evil? Let's find out. I think it's Psalms 23 and 19.
Because there was somebody who
Well, Ephesians chapter 6.
It's not Proverbs, it's in the book of Psalms. Psalms 23. It's got to be 23. Let's see something. It says, it says, they're all over the valley of the shadow of death. Yeah, exactly.
Psalms 23 and 4. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me.
Right, thou art with me, for thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. What's the comforter, man? The comforter is the word of the Lord.
That's right.
Not no big, fat, black limb declaring himself the God said comforter. Come on now. That's why his ass got arrested. They shut his whole school down. Jermaine the Grandest name is. I'm gonna put his government name out there. Because I don't respect the dude, man. Alright? What's that, brother? Right. What is it? He had a 501c3 charter. So the comfort is the word of the Lord. You can even, let's get that in John 15. We're gonna finish where we at, and then we'll get that later on. I don't want to jump around too much.
I'll read the verse.
Yeah, keep going.
Verse 22. A land of darkness, as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death, without any order.
Without any order. Let's read that one more time.
A land of darkness, as darkness itself.
So what makes the land into darkness? Keep going.
And of the shadow of death, without any order.
Without any order. Go on.
And where the light is as darkness.
Right, and where the light is as darkness. So in other words, the truth is the wrong way in this particular world. And this is why most people are, like I've been saying, are demented in the head, crazy, they're bugged out. They're so bugged out that they cannot see the right way. Okay? Because this world has blinded the masses not to see the truth. But that's all right, because it is already preordained for that to be the case. Now when we look up the word mass means death. So it makes sense that most of these people would be in a dead state of mind. Popping pills, smoking drugs, smoking cigarettes. And all of these things will cloud your judgment. Alright? Going into Mickey D's, eating a burger, and while you're eating that burger, you wonder why your mind is all messed up. Because they put all kind of chemicals and shit in your food to make you mess up in the process. So that you can go to these damn doctors and pop their pills, and guess what? You find out you wind up being worse than you were before. Alright? That's what you find out. But like I said, this world is out of order. We're gonna go into the reason as to why it's out of order. Give me Isaiah 24, brother. I want you to read that again. Go on.
Psalms 119, verse 105. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path.
Right, and that's what the word of the Lord will be unto as a lamp walking through a dark place. We're in a dark place.
Right.
So what's going to keep you steady, all right, and what's going to keep you, in order is the lamp.
Right.
So that you don't knock shit over.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So that we don't stumble. I want you to read that again. Because you see these people out here, they're stumbling all over the place, man. They don't know what to do. Okay? They don't even recognize the truth. Because they don't have the lamp. Keep going.
Psalms 119, verse 105. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path.
And then the light into my path. Go on.
I have sworn, and I will perform it.
I have sworn and I will perform it. What is he talking about? The prophecies that are written in this book. So not only do we not know who we are, we also know the end result of this world. We're also familiar with the previous prophecies. We're also familiar with the prophecy of the future. And what I'm going to say is this, is that we know without a shred of a doubt, as we keep saying, right? Many of the brothers of Great Millstone, we keep saying this, that America is going to be destroyed.
That's right.
World War III is going to happen. And it's no putting it off or putting it back. All right? And these damn people out here, they're going to disintegrate with that fire.
That's right.
Go on, brother.
This is, I have sworn, and I will perform it, that I will keep thy righteous judgments.
Right, that I will keep thy righteous judgments. So David sworn that he would keep the righteous judgments that was provided to him from the Most High. Okay? And that's the spirit that we have. We have that same spirit. When we came into the truth, we looked at it as like a covenant, not to break. Okay? Once you know the name of the Lord and you know certain breakdowns, that's a covenant right there. Now you know, okay, I can't really fall back into the world. Alright? We're not unto them that fall back into perdition. That's in Hebrews 10 chapter. Okay? Somebody can give me that if you want, you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, sometimes you gotta come in the spirit. I mean, you gotta be disciplined, of course, but at the same time, man, you gotta exalt the voice too, man. To let these idiots know the devil. Because believe you me, brother, there's more idiots than there's people that's got a good mind on their shoulder. Especially if you've dealt with people in the world, man. I've dealt with people in this world, and I know that for a fact. And most of these goddamn people are dumbasses, man. Even these women are more so dumbasses, man. Sleeping around from men to men, destroying their vagina, destroying their insides, and they wonder why they're crazy in their head. They wonder why they can't keep it down, man. Because their head is so messed up.
Yeah.
Got all kind of sperms in their DNA. Abortions and all of that.
Yeah.
Okay, go on, brother.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord.
All right.
And in the power of his might.
Right, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. That's what we ought to be doing. We ought to be strong in the Lord. Not sighing and crying and getting weak and falling out of the tree. No, we're to be strong in the Lord. Now, we may sigh and cry, that's a part of it, but it shouldn't get to the point where you get ready to fall out of it. Because guess what? We have a rest. There remain of a rest unto the sons of God. And the way that we enter into that rest is if we endure all things. According to this book, go on, brother.
Put on the whole armor of the Most High.
I mean, you gotta put this entire truth in. So in other words, you can't straddle the fence. You can't have your foot in the truth and one foot in the world. You gotta put the whole armor on. This whole world has to be on you. To the point where it's a part of who you are. Okay? It's a part of your life, your everyday life. When you think, the minute you wake up, you don't stop thinking about the promises to bring the end of this place. Alright? Go on, brother.
That ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
That you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Alright? You become not a bugged out king.
Alright. No, I'll flick it off. I got it.
That you become not an adulterer. So these are the things that we ought to be cautious about, man. And this is why we got to remain in the spirit of the Lord. Because you got certain guys that have came across the camp, and the Most High released those demons on them, and he became a fruitcake. All right, getting it on with another fruitcake. Go on, man. The days of the fruitcake is
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness.
And that's our war. That's the main war that we got. We don't got our war is not against these people. Our war is against the powers that be.
Right.
Because they're spiritual too. They have their little, so-called holy men, which is on the left-hand side. We going up against them kind of forces. Yeah? And these people, they're just pretty much bits and pieces in a way. They don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. But the main two forces that are opposing each other are the powers that be on the left-hand side and also the powers that be on the right-hand side. Or the powers that be on the right-hand side. That's why we always talk about the Rothschilds. We always talk about the powerful families of the planet. Because we're at war against them. And the powers that be, they know who we are. They know that we're the prophets. How did they know? Because they got so-called holy men that's a part of Satanism that recognize that the prophets will come back. Okay? And they're shitting themselves right now. They know that their society is going to fall because they see us.
Right.
As Ezekiel was a sign unto his nation, right? We're a sign unto the nations of the world now. Declaring the end. Letting you know specifically why this world is going to come to an end and why it's going to be destroyed. So instead of us gallivanting in some fucking bar or gallivanting around in some stinking club, okay, where there's vomit all over the damn place, we're standing here on a Saturday evening, right, proclaiming the word of the Lord the right way, condemning this wicked system, prophesying against it. Right? And I'm in this kind of spirit, man. I mean, I've been thinking about this all week. When is the Lord going to come, man?
Come.
When is Yahweh Shema Shai going to come and set the record straight, man?
Right.
Because it's getting way out of hand now. It's so bad out here. You really can't get no relationship, man. Because these women are so bugged out, they'll screw your life up, man. There's been many men out here that lives have been screwed up, homeless on the street because of a goddamn woman, man. Right? Whether it's child support or whether he so-called hit his wife and the wife went to the court and lied on his ass, now he don't got nothing. Go on, brother.
So Jeremiah 28:8, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries.
Right, I don't mean to get off topic, but that's just the point. The point of the matter is we're set up to prophesy against this kingdom here. We're set up to lead our people in the right direction. If they don't want to follow that direction, they can burn in that lake of fire.
Right.
Okay, that's where they're going to wind up and they're going to end up. Right along with these heathens out here. Okay? And guess what? I'm not going to feel sorry for you, chicks. I'm not going to feel sorry for you people out here. If you die, you die. That's it.
Right.
Okay?
Say, against the rulers of darkness of this world.
Against the rulers of darkness of this world. So wait a minute. It's not Paul, right? So Paul prophesied that in the last days that we're going to be rulers of this world is going to be of darkness. Okay? And even also in the ancient Roman Empire too. Okay? So we know who we're going up against, and we know the powers that be are of Satan, of Shaitan, let me say it right. Right? Because the Bible prophesied that was going to be the case. Right? And we've also studied the powers that be on how they get down. They get together in these secret councils in Sonoma County, Georgia, California. The Bohemian Grove, right? And what did they do? They sacrificed children unto Molech, which goes all the way back to Satanism. All right, you have the 13. What is it? You have the 13 members of those that are in sorcery, if I'm saying it correctly. And you got certain people up in Devonshire that practice all kind of sorcery and witchcraft. All right? So you got those kind of people in this kingdom that are higher up and they're performing all kind of dark energy and spreading vibes on the people.
Yeah.
Even your pharmacy companies, man. The word pharmacy goes back to the word pharmakia, which means potion or witchcraft. So when you go get your tablets, what are you getting? You're getting some shit that was made up in the lab to make you go nuts, make you go crazy. That's why we see today, these people are just crazy, man. You gotta be by yourself. You can't be around these people, you gotta be by yourself, man, because these people are crazy.